Hey, welcome back to Corbellic Studios. We are back in the studio today after the holiday weekend. We got done with the turkey, we got done with the Thanksgiving, we got done with the ham, we got rid of the mashed potatoes, the gravy, the pies. I'm tired. I'm fed up of leftovers. I'm pretty sure that you're tired and done with the leftovers as well. But yeah, now it's just time to get back to work. We're back at work. It feels good. It feels good to be in the studio, and it just feels good to be able to paint. I'm grateful. I'm thankful. And I think that's going to be something that we're going to talk about in this video is being grateful. But we're going to be doing a Native American chief silhouette profile to the side. It's going to be really cool. I love doing these paintings right here, and eBay seems to love them as well. We got some Liquitex paintings that we're going to be doing right now. None of that fancy stuff. So I hope that you were able to also get some of your Black Friday sales going on. Not for the shopping, not for the clothes, none of that stuff. Not for the TVs and those fake deals, but for the art supplies. The art supplies so that you could invest it back into your business. You could get the Liquitex paint. Look at this, huh? Just stock up on this stuff where they have so many deals going on at Hobby Lobby or at Michael's or at even Blick store. Get stock up on it. Man, when I was in my gallery days, I used to be like, I could never see myself using the Liquitex. I need to use golden paint. None of that stuff. It doesn't even matter. Those companies love when they have amateurs and people who think like that because they make money off of you. This stuff works just as well. It dries fast, and then we're on to the next painting. So that way we can churn and burn these paintings out. It's all about the money. I'm super excited to be in the studio today. I can't wait to get into this painting right now. I hope that you're pumped up. I hope that you're ready to go. Let's go. You're a phenomenal person, and we're just going to do some art right now, man. I'm feeling great. All right, let's do this. All right, this is our Native American Indian chief right now. And you know how we like to do the background. Let's just go in with the super big brush. It's a little wet right now. I always have this big brush that's sitting in my big water pot. It's just always sitting there. It's always wet. And that's fine. You know, at first what I was going to do, I was actually going to take maybe we could still do something like that. I don't know, but it's kind of wet right now. I was going to take like my rubber brush right here, and then I was going to do like the background, just squeeze this out like this. That way we could get like some blocks of paint in there. I like to do that a lot too. And you can play around with these as well. I get these from Michael's. And you could get these very cheap because every other weekend at Michael's, they have the 40% off deal. And these are the Master Touches rubber brushes. And then it's good for just scraping paint on the canvas. So if you don't always want it to have it that look of like a paint brush, you could just do this. And it's especially good if you're running low on paint and you just want to kind of scrape it off of your canvas, but you want to give your canvas also that raw look, you know, like of emotions and that just that rawness. And it can scrape up just a little bit of paint, and a little bit of that paint goes a long way to add some context into that painting. All right. Now that we had our background that's looking cool like that, let's do a little bit red at the bottom. And then we're just going to take our air gun, our heat gun, and dry it off. Bada boom, bada bang. All right, let's take our heat gun out, dry this off, and then we can get into our native. And boom, we're done. It's dried off. Now let's just take our 1-inch brush out and let's just make this quick, right? I mean, that's what's really going to make this cool and unique is that we're just going to have quick marks, and there's no mistakes on this. There's no mistakes on this. Now, what I was talking about earlier in this video, when I said that I wanted to talk about gratitude, being grateful, especially when it comes to this time of year where it's the holidays and we just got done having Thanksgiving. I'm so grateful for everything. And I think at times we forget about being grateful. And that's where the blessings truly come from in your life, is being grateful for everything that we have. I mean, just being in the opportunity right now that you're at where you're able to paint, even if it's just one painting, just to be able to paint I remember there was a point in time in my life where I couldn't wait to paint. And I was working a job that I hated, but I didn't have the time. And I forget what my financial struggles were at the time. I believe that I couldn't even afford to paint at the time. And I just said to myself, I couldn't wait for the day that I just got to paint. And it wasn't even about money then. I just wanted to paint because I saw this artist on YouTube at the time. I believe his name was Ray Art. Actually, it was Ray Art. And shout out to him if he ever watches this. But he lit something inside of me where he was like the OG, the first one to be like, it's okay of whatever you paint. There is no right or wrong. Just show up and paint. And his whole channel was like pushing where it wasn't about money. It was more so about just painting. And compared to us, it's all about money. But that's fine. I mean, because that's what it's really, I mean, yeah. So, of course, if we're going to be wasting time and we're going to be doing this, we need to be compensated for our time because bills aren't getting any cheaper. Something's got to pay our light bill. Something's got to pay the bills. I used to always have a saying that the bills are due every single day. But I used to watch him and he would make it so cool where it wasn't about the money. It was just about showing up to create art. And I was like, I can't wait to do that. I want to be creative again, like a kid. Now, I'm saying all this to say that we're at a special part where we're so blessed. We're so blessed where God has blessed us so much. And sometimes we forget how blessed that we are with just the little things. And if you watch my videos where I talk about the whys, like find your why, that's how you're able to really push past yourself and create painting so quick, or at least how I was able to and have a system in place is like my whys, find your why. It's going to get to a certain point where your whys aren't big enough anymore because you already exceeded that. For example, my whys aren't the same as they were when I first started out because I'm not thinking about bills and being in debt and poverty and things like that as heavy as I was as my whys. I don't have to worry about those things. So now it's like my whys are being able to read the community notes in the program to see members where they're starting off or situations that they might have, and it drives me now of why things are so important, why I'm so blessed, why I have it easier than certain people in certain circumstances. And you need to think about that as well. A great analogy to also think of is, think about this. You ever have a cold or you ever been sick, right? And when you have a cold or when you're sick, you have a flu, you have a tummy ache, or you broke your leg, God forbid, or something like that, something's wrong. What's the thing that you always say to yourself? You say, Lord, if you just heal me and fix me and make me feel better, I promise that as soon as I'm healthy again, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to take care of my body. I'm going to be a good person. I'm going to do all of these things. I'm going to be grateful because I didn't realize just being healthy is a blessing. I didn't realize what I had when I had it in the moment. And I swear to you, God, that as soon as I'm healthy, that I'm just going to take advantage of it and I'm going to do the most. This time I'm going to take advantage of the moment and be thankful and grateful, Lord, just to be healthy and normal. Now think about this though. Fast forward to now, you wake up today and you're normal right now. You're healthy right now. So we need to think about those type of moments and reflect on it. You're healthy right now. We're in a place right now where we have these blessings that other people don't have. Sometimes I get messages from people either on YouTube or even in the community, and they say that they're from other countries where even if they try hard, that they can't prosper. because how the government is set up there and how life is set up there. And they wish that they just had the opportunity to be in America and just to paint as we do, and just to be able to do that, so they can make money like how we're able to do off of eBay, just to paint fast and be able to show up, to not put too much thought into what we're producing, and to make money. We're so blessed and we forget it. Now, the other reason why I'm talking about this, because I'm a big believer in, which I know is to be true, is that whenever they say in the Bible, for example, to give thanks, it's because that is the secret to manifesting and prosperity in your life, to getting the things that you want in your life. You have to show gratitude. Be thankful. The more that you're thankful for the things in your life, the more that you're blessed and the more that you're going to be getting things in your life. You have to be thankful. I overlook now, because I've sold so many pieces of art. I've sold 17,000 original paintings, more than that, and that's just on eBay. You know, I've sold probably 1,000 outside of eBay, and I have to be thankful where I'm so used to doing shipping and shipping out my artwork. Oh, that's just part of the job. Sometimes there was a part of my job where I was like, I got to do shipping tonight. I hate it. I got to do picking, packing, and shipping. And it's like, dude, like there was a point in my career where I couldn't believe that I was having somebody buy my artwork. Like I was thankful that I could do shipping. And sometimes we lose track of different things in our life that we need to be thankful for. And it might seem like little things to us because we're so conditioned to it. And we have everybody, it doesn't matter if you're rich or you're poor, we all go through life issues. We all go through some type of struggles. We're all going through something. But it's good to just reflect on how far, and we should be blessed with these problems that we have, because we could be in a different country. We could have a type of sickness. It's all about finding your why. It's connected to finding your why, but also being grateful for what we have. Your why is your something to be grateful for. I think that's why I'm just so charged up today, and I feel so good after the holidays, because I'm just so blessed to be in a situation I get to paint. I get to paint, and I get to talk to you, and I get to coach clients on how to bring money to their families. I mean, how awesome is that? I get to help people bring money to their families. So let's add a little black on this one. And sometimes we get so caught up into our day to day where we're like, oh, this isn't going right, or this number isn't this right, or this isn't. And it's like, hold on, just take a step back and just be like, just be thankful. We need to be so thankful of how far we came, where we even get a sale. Because how it works, especially with eBay, the sale that you get today is a big customer for tomorrow. And that's such an awesome thing. Let's not be so greedy, even though, yes, we're going to get the money and it's going to be the snowball effect and it's going to build up. Let's not be so greedy where it's about the sale today. We're day trading the numbers today and we want all the money for today, that we forget the blessing that God is giving us with another day, but also another day where we have a customer that's going to buy from us. That's how I used to look at it. So when I'm grateful, I think back on when I first started eBay, because I was grateful for every opportunity that I was having. And sometimes I'll hear from some members who don't realize what a blessing that the moment is that you actually had a buyer. You know, you might start off and be like, well, starting off, the bids are low, And maybe you might feel down on yourself, but I'm like, you know what? That's a blessing because you have a new customer, and that's a great feeling. I remember starting off, I didn't care how much it was selling for. Like, it was selling. That's the point. I'm building a business. It's better than working for somebody else. All right, so look, we just did this painting together. Knock this out, huh? Just a quick, just a quick Indian silhouette painting right there, but this was fun. So we just knocked this out together. If you want to learn more about how you can do this yourself, how you can start making money as early as next week, and you can join our Sunday Q&A meeting, click the link below, and I'm gonna see you in the next video.